In the SCA, I am known as Mistress Elspeth Ann von Bremen. I am a member of the Order of the Pelican.
And what barony do you play in?
Wow. I have been in the SCA so long, I really don't affiliate myself with any smaller local group. I play more on a kingdom level now.
Okay.
So at one time, I lived in Mesa, Arizona, so I played with the Barony of Twin Moons. And then I moved, and so I've played throughout the state of Arizona for the last umpteen years.
What was your first event?
Oh, that's easy. A girlfriend of mine in my Army Reserve unit drugged me to the Devonshire Ren Fair put on by the city of Phoenix in November of 1989. And so that was a demo, not necessarily an SCA event. So my very first SCA event was actually in February of 1990. I went to Estrella War.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And when did you get your AOA, your Award of Arms?
I got my AOA in 1992 from Brian and Anna. Or was it from Mark and Jackie? Oh heavens, I don't remember.
What was the first crown tournament you attended?
Oh, that was, that I know was Mark and Jackie because they stood up. They took the throne after Brian and Anna. So, yeah, it was Mark and Jackie when Mark won for the first time.
What was the event that you autocrated or stewarded?
Oh, actually, the only event that I've actually autocrated was Estrella War.
Wow, very good.
I've helped in a bazillion different ways at other events, but I was always supporting someone who actually wanted to run the event. So the only event that I've actually autocrated was Estrella War, and that was only because I was the emergency step-in. So.
Uh-huh. And what was the first officer position you held?
I'm trying to remember. That was in the Barony of Twin Moons, and I was either Assistant Seneschal, Exchequer, or Chirurgeon. I remember being all three of those at one time, sometime in the very early years. So I think my first position was Chirurgeon, I think. Maybe.
What baronial investiture was special to you?
The Barony of Twin Moons was actually not a barony when I first started playing. It was an incipient canton of Twin Moons, which means I was a member of the small group of people that made the Barony of Twin Moons happen. And so the most memorable baronial event that I have is when the incipient canton of Twin Moons became the Canton of Twin Moons, and then in turn we became a formal barony. And our very first baronial investiture when we became a barony is a memory I'll never forget.
That's very special.
Yes.
What was the first coronation you attended?
That would be Mark and Jackie stepping up as Brian and Anna were stepping down.
How did you choose your heraldry?
Oh, that was easy. Just like a large portion of the SCA, I am a nerd. I'm a geek. I am a bibliophile. I read a lot. I am a big fan of the science fiction fantasy genre, and when I very first joined, as many do, I chose a name that was pretty fangirly, and that was Elspeth of Starwood, And my very first set of heraldry was a tree with stars in it. Then, as I participated more within the SCA and actually researched my name, researched what my persona would be, and that sort of thing, and became much more involved in the Kyrgynet because my passion for service was in providing medical assistance. I chose my name, Elspeth Ann von Bremen, to be from Germany in an early period, and my heraldry has the 2 stars from my early playing, and then a flame, which could be recognized as an upside down 2, which is the symbol the SCA used for a Kyrgyz. And so it's green, gold, and black with 2 gold stars and a black flame on a green and gold background. So
Okay.
the flame is in memory of my passion for service within the medical community, and the 2 stars are a memory of when I first started playing.
Are you a nurse mundanely?
No, I'm actually, the civilian sector would call it a advanced EMT, but I'm retired. All of my medical training was through the military. So what you would consider me would be an advanced EMT.
Okay.
But I am retired, so yeah,
More fun retired.
yes.
What was a demo that you attended that you really enjoyed?
Oh, there have been so many. I would say there was a demo we did at the Mesa Public Library. And I remember being out on the grass and a group of developmentally challenged children came, and playing with them, talking to them, teaching them about the Middle Ages was probably one of my most cherished memories. Being able to share your passion about history with any child is extraordinary. But to be able to connect with a child who may or may not find it difficult to connect with the world around them, the larger world around them, and made that particular demo extra special.
Oh. What's your favorite memory of Australia War?
Oh, there are way too many to count for that. Well, there were all the years at Estrella Mountain Park where in the evening you could see the light from all the fires and hear all the drumming and the music and the voices and the laughter and the music, and that was magical. But to truly have the Hollywood ambiance of war is to be awake at some ungodly early hour of the morning and see the sun rise and the fog over Estrella Mountain Park, and then the tents, and you would swear you were back in time.
Yes.
With the smells and the sounds and the fog and the tent tops and the sun rising. Yeah.
Magical.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's happened a lot. Those magical moments are really treasured.
What feast have you enjoyed? The food, the ambiance, the people?
The people. The people. The people always make it the most fun. Okay. I've experienced serious feasts where it's all pomp and circumstance. And then you've got the feasts where the seating royalty start a, what did we used to call it? It was a Zen food fight. It was you would take a little piece of paper, okay, and write on it, "My Lord, I have just hit you on the nose with a spoonful of mashed potatoes." And then you would have someone, usually one of the servers, take the note to this person. And it'd be down the table, whatever, wherever. And the person would read it. And most of the time, we've got people with an extraordinary sense of humor. And he'd pick up his napkin and he'd wipe off his nose. And then he'd write his own note. "Your Majesty," or "My Lady," and whomever. And then you would have these notes flying all over a feast hall and having a faux food fight. And
You gotta do that again.
that was
Sounds fun. Okay, we're running out of battery power, I think. 3 questions. When you met someone in the SCA now who's very special, who is that?
Well, Eden Blacksmith. Oh, wow. Leslie, Joe, Susan, Chris. Let me put it this way. I am the only person in my family that lives in Arizona at the moment. Okay? I found myself in the hospital being admitted, and I had absolutely nothing with me. Nothing. One phone call, and I had pajamas, I had toothbrush and toothpaste, I had charging cords for my phone, and I had a room full of visitors. Yeah, there are way too many people to name specifically.
SCA is family.
SCA is family.
An award you received that is very special to you?
I think the most important award anyone ever gets is their award of arms. It's the very first award, and it's the one that still has all the shiny on it. It's a person who probably hasn't been playing for very long, and it's their first time up in court, and you can just see all of this magical sparkle in the moment of getting your AOA. Yeah, so I think my most special award of all the ones I've ever received will always be my AOA.
Why do you keep on playing our wonderful game?
Oh, that's the people. Yeah. There are times when you don't want to drive 6 hours to an event. And then you realize you're not driving 6 hours to an event, to attend an event. You're driving 6 hours to see people. I haven't seen so-and-so since last Kingdom Collegium, or things like this. And so there will always be an aspect of attending events that are, it's an SCA event. But in a larger proportion now, for me, I attend events because of the people who will also be there.
Yes, I quite agree. Thank you so very much.
Oh, my pleasure.